Hello, welcome back. Today I want to talk about a case that has left me wondering if there is any true justice in our country. Maryam Sanda, a woman who was convicted of killing her husband, has been granted clemency by President Bola Tinubu. I am still trying to wrap my head around this decision, and I have to say I strongly disagree with it. For those who may not be familiar with the case, Maryam Sanda was convicted of killing her husband, Bilyaminu Bello. The evidence presented in court was overwhelming, and she was found guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. So why did President Tinubu decide to grant her clemency? Was it a genuine act of mercy, or was it influenced by other factors? Unfortunately, there are allegations that Maryam Sanda comes from a wealthy family. What really gets me is the injustice to the deceased and his family. Bilyaminu Bello was a human being with hopes, dreams, and aspirations. He had a right to life, and Maryam Sanda took that away from him. And now, she's being rewarded with clemency. If she's truly from a rich family, she might end up relocating to a faraway land and there start a new life, like it's a new year. Based on available information, there is a claim that the pardon might have come as a result of the complexity of the case. And I ask, what is the complexity of the case? The available information still returns that Maryam Sanda, the woman convicted and sentenced to death for killing her husband Bilyaminu Bello in 2017, was granted clemency by President Bola Tinubu on October 11, 2025, after serving 6 years and 8 months in prison, and that the decision was based on her good conduct, remorse, and commitment to rehabilitation while in custody, as well as pleas from her family, citing the welfare of her 2 children. Maryam Sanda was found guilty of culpable homicide and sentenced to death by hanging by Justice Yusuf Alilu of the FCT High Court in January 2020. Her legal team filed an appeal, which was dismissed by the Court of Appeal in December 2020. President Tinubu's pardon was granted after recommendations from the Presidential Advisory Committee on the prerogative of mercy. The pardon, of course, has sparked debate about justice, mercy, and the role of the executive in granting clemency, particularly in high-profile cases. Maryam Sanda's family, including her mother and children, of course, played a significant role in the plea for her release, citing the best interest of her children. The pardon is part of a larger exercise of presidential clemency, where 175 convicts and former convicts were granted mercy, including posthumous pardon for notable figures like Insaruwiwa and others. A case like that of Maryam Sanda is exactly why some people feel they can get away with murder in this country. It is the reason why a politician will publicly threaten to make a poor man disappear and claim that he will do that and nothing will happen. People like that think they can kill and get away with it. It's a culture of impunity, and it is perpetuated by decisions like this. We need to start taking justice seriously, not just for the living, but for the dead as well. And let's be real, if someone harms an animal in other climes, they are often treated worse than someone who takes a human life in this country. Ours is not even a case of double standard. We just don't value human lives. Militants, or call them insurgents or whatsoever, they attack towns and villages, massacre hundreds, even thousands. After they get arrested, they are granted amnesty. This to me is beyond annoying. No, it's beyond disturbing. It's heart-wrenching. I pray God delivers from evil, but it is clear that there is no justice for the dead in this country. So it is up to you to try and remain alive when threatened. It is also abundantly clear to me that mercy is the perfect opposite of justice in Nigeria. Well, we need to value human life, and we need to hold people accountable for their actions. Well, I strongly believe that the decision to grant Maryam Sanda clemency was not a fair one. I feel it is a slap in the face of the deceased, his family, and to justice itself. I strongly believe that we need to do better as a country. We need to uphold the law and protect human life. As I said earlier, justice is not just about the living, it is also about the dead. Let's make sure we are fighting for justice, not just for the privileged few, but for everyone. Thank you for watching, and let's keep the conversation going. For now, I say bye until you see me in the next video. Till then, peace out, boys and Girl Scout.